Hello, this is Dana Arcuri, and I am a faith-inspired author, speaker, and wellness coach. And today I'd like to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is ADHD. And so many of you who have never met me or have not read my book may not be aware that I was diagnosed with ADHD in my middle 30s. And it was a life-changing moment. It brought on a lot of emotions, positive and negative. In the long run, I'm not just what I call an ADDer. I'm also a mother of 3 older children with the diagnosis of ADHD and learning disabilities. And what's really something that's been placed on my heart in the past few years is that we can't let our labels define us. We can't let ADHD or learning disabilities or possibly depression, anxiety, or any other diagnosis we may have been given at one point in our lives, we cannot let this hinder our pathway to success. Because despite our ADHD, despite our challenges and adversity in life, there is so much more, that each one of us has special gifts. Each one of us has these wonderful God-given strengths and talents. And whether we're aware of it or unaware of it, it does exist. And so when I was growing up, it was a struggle going through life, being a child, and then growing up to be a teenager and young adult with undiagnosed ADHD. There's good and there's bad with it. The bad to me is that you go through life thinking, something's wrong with me. Wow, I'm not like everyone else. And how come my friends can succeed so well academically or in life, but I struggle and I'm suffering consequences. My report card sucks. I don't feel good about myself. I'm having a hard time in maybe the workplace, with friends, with relationships, with remembering, with just getting through each day. And so I did go through, the battle of what is wrong with me and why can't I be like my sisters, or why can't I be like my friends? And why is everything so hard? And I never understood. So it was actually positive in a way to not have a diagnosis early on. The only reason I believe it could be beneficial for some people, such as myself, to not be diagnosed early on, is that you don't have a label. Let's be honest, the ADHD or learning disability label can hinder progress, because then you have this tangible, concrete evidence that there really is something that's not quite right. That you could feel, poorly about yourself. You could feel that you're just not able to live up to your potential. And it may make you just use your label, I hate to say as an excuse, but in a way it could be legitimate excuse. I mean, you really do have a label, you really do have a diagnosis, and you really do have real challenges in life. So, for one, let's validate it's real. What you're going through, it's real. Okay, we struggle. We lose our keys. Where are they? We forget that we're supposed to be at work at a certain time. We feel awful. Then we feel bad. It may hinder not just our workplace or college or education, but it could hinder our relationships. It could interfere with communication skills and just getting across important information and details in life. So it does have an impact, and I am validating today that it is real. And don't have someone say to you, oh, it's all in your head. Trust me, it's not all in your head. It's real. And it's something that you have to understand and learn strategies to help you overcome hardships and struggles with the ADHD or other possible symptoms. Some people do have anxiety and depression. and could be learning disabilities involved. Nevertheless, what I'm saying is, despite anything that you're labeled with, or diagnosed with, or told about, a doctor may say, you may have A, B, C, D. Maybe it's not even concrete right now and you're still kind of in the process of getting an evaluation. What I'm saying is, despite what may be said or written as diagnosis and label, do not let it define you. That your ADHD is not who you are. You are so much more. God created you for a higher purpose with these unique gifts. No one else has the special gifts and strengths and talents that you have. And if you are unsure, maybe just a little uncertain of what these special, gifts are within you, start looking within yourself. Is there something that you do that you love, that brings you passion, that lights your fire, that ignites you with enthusiasm? That is a huge, a huge sign that could be something that is your gift, that is your strength. And don't just go by what other people say. There are times people who have ADHD, they are brought up in a world of negativity in which their parents and teachers and people of authority may actually have negativity involved, where they say, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, why can't you be like your brother or sister? And, you may have a boss even, why can't you be like this person over here who follows instructions? So understand that even if you do have struggles and challenges, it's common with ADHD, but we can't let it stop us from being all that we are meant to be. One awesome quote that I love is by Oscar Wilde, and he says, "What seems to us as bitter trials are often blessings in disguise." And that is exactly what I think. Here it is all these years later, where I had been diagnosed with ADHD at a much later stage in life, where I have 3 kids diagnosed, and I am their advocate, I am their mother, I am cheering them on and rooting for them because I love them dearly and I see their potential. I know their potential. And I know your potential. I know that there's something great in you. I know that you have brilliance within you. Yes, you do. And so today I wanted to mention that my book, it's a memoir with my own story, Harvest of Hope, Living Victoriously Through Adversity. And there are 4 chapters that primarily share my own story of ADHD. It goes into the story of some of my children and how they were diagnosed, how this greatly impacted me as a parent, how this greatly impacted me as a human being, as a female. Let's be honest, females deal with other issues, including hormones, that can greatly have an influence on our behaviors and our actions and our ADHD. So I share my story. I'd love for you to consider reading it. I'm going to be posting future videos on ADHD because it is so passionate for me. I have spoken at a CHAD group for parents with children who are diagnosed with either ADD or ADHD. And it's just something that is very dear to my heart. And I strongly believe that despite our ADHD and any diagnosis or label we may have been given, that we have something so awesome inside of us, and we have something to give to the world, and we have a higher purpose. And so today, take that and just embrace it. Embrace that you are unique, you are beautiful, and you're wonderfully made. God bless. Have a great day.